sound. All sorts of sounds. They're all around us. Wherever we are, there are always sounds of some sort. They're part of the environment that we live in. But in the Discovery Mountain studio, it's completely silent. No sound at all. Hi, Director Doug here once again with another behind-the-scenes look at what goes into making Discovery Mountain. Sound. Very important for a radio program. And I'm not talking about the sound of the actors talking to one another. We record those, and as I mentioned earlier, there's no other sound. But as you notice, when you're listening to the program, they're in various places. They may be in Trekkers, or might be flying overhead in Blue Birdie. Wherever they are, be it Trekkers, flying with Blue Birdie, on the beach, on the dock, in the swimming pool, in the cafeteria, all of those scenes have to have sounds that make you believe that they're actually in those locations. Well, today we're going to take a look, to begin with anyway, at the rock climbing scene and what it took to make it sound like they were really rock climbing. Why don't we take a quick listen to part of that scene, and then I'll talk about how we managed to make that happen.
Ready? Okay, Judah, you can do this. Woohoo, come on!
Follow my lead, son. You can do it.
Go, Judah! Glad it's you and not me.
What did you say, Counselor Jake?
Oh, nothing.
Well, there you have a small portion of the rock climbing scene. Now, how do we go about building the sound environment that you heard? Well, first we need to determine what sounds we want. And in this case, we were able to get most of those sounds in sound effects libraries. These are libraries that are put together by companies that record many different types of sounds and make them available for purchase. We also needed to create some of our own sounds. So what did you hear? Well, first of all, we had the dialogue for each of the actors.
Ready?
Okay, Judah, you can do this. Woohoo, come on!
Follow my lead, son. You can do it.
Then we're outdoors, so we're likely to hear birds and a gentle breeze. So that's the sound effect we start with. Next, we needed the other campers cheering for Judah as he climbed the rock face. These we had to record ourselves using local elementary school boys. There was the sound of the boys walking around, their footsteps. Next, the sound of the climbing equipment, the clasps and ropes and harnesses. Then the sounds of climbing on rock, rocks falling and pebbles tumbling down the hill. Also the sound of Judah's feet scuffing on the small gravel. Then we have to add the stretching rope sounds. Those are the basic sounds that all get assembled onto what's called a timeline. Here we can see where the sounds are in the scene and move them around. Once all the sounds are assembled on the timeline, we adjust the loudness of each sound so that it sounds realistic. And finally, music is added. All of the music in Discovery Mountain is original music composed by Danny Columbi. He uses a computer system called MIDI, which allows him to create all the instrument sounds on his computer and then add them to the program. In addition to the music, Danny has done most of the sound effects editing as well. Once all of those elements are put together, you have the finished scene.
Reader, I'm just dangling here, lower!
Recently, we had a scene where Jake was taking some campers up in Blue Birdie for a sightseeing tour. Well, as he was landing on the lake, he wasn't doing the greatest job as a pilot, and he hit the water pretty hard. You heard a bang, you heard some splashing, you heard screams from the girls in the back seat of the plane because they were frightened. Well, we had a bit of a problem. We couldn't find any sound effects that sounded like airplane floats hitting the water hard. We tried a number of different things that didn't work. Finally, I discovered that when I hit my furnace on the side, on the metal on the side of the furnace, it made a sound just like floats hitting water. So I hit it really hard and then made it rumble a bit like water was pounding on it. Anyway, it worked pretty well. Here's what it sounded like in the finished product.
Now would be a good time to slow down.
Slowing, and here we go, landing on Blue Birdie's floats right on Jake! I got it. Don't worry, we're okay. Just came in a little fast over the water.
So there you have it. A little peek behind the scenes into how we put all the sounds together to make the scenes really realistic in Discovery Mountain. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to log on to discoverymountain.com to listen to all the episodes that are available. Hey, and tell your friends about it. That's discoverymountain.com. See you next time.